Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? I'm bringing you guys a game of Rush Defending today. On whatever the map this is. Isla Inocentes or whatever. And I got various parts of this chopped out, or cut out and stuff, because this was quite a boring game until the last base. And pretty much the other team was just camping in their spawn sniping us for a large portion of the game. And it was quite boring, so I just cut it all out and leave you with the more entertaining bits. But this was originally going to be a live commentary, but I lost the audio for half of it. But no big deal, and get a nice AT4 right here on the chopper, or the Black Hawk, whatever. And yeah, so fast forward a little bit, and pretty much just come down here because they got brave and decided to move up, and they actually took us off guard right here and end up arming B. And I make my way over here, and there's just like a whole squad behind the objective, and I'm trying to just take these guys out, but they end up getting me, and then I died. And you know, no big deal, but they end up actually taking that set of objectives, and we are on to the last base. And yeah, so I cut a lot of this out because this was a really long match. It was like 35 minutes long, something like that. And that's quite long, especially for... That's too long. So I just cut it out, and it was real slow in the beginning, and pretty much just kept on getting sniped because a lot of their team was sniping. And they didn't really move up until like a squad of guys joined on their team and actually started playing. So we get shot down, and I'm 360 out of the chopper for no damn good reason. But come up here and kind of just trying to take these guys out. But unfortunately, I do not succeed, and they end up taking me out. But no big deal. And I actually switched my kit out right here from the Scar, and I switch over to the SV98 with extra C4. And pretty much what I'll be doing is posting up on the mountain just ahead of me and just trying to hold it down. And I really like using recon for this last base with the extra C4, just because I don't know, it's a real good defensive setup if you play it right, and if you use your C4 to your advantage. And it works out pretty good, especially because I got my buddy feeding me ammo, so I keep my C4 restocked. And anyone who gets past my C4, I'll just snipe them. But yeah, the rest of this game was actually pretty cool, and I go on a nice little run right here, defending and just generally holding it down and just trying to stop these guys from taking this last set of objectives, because they already pushed us back the first two because they kept on planting the bombs right at the last minute, catching us off guard. But they couldn't really do the same tactics for this base, just because for this base you kind of gotta push up to even see us, so it kind of forces them to push up because they have to get over this hill before they can even see us for the most part, because pretty much the whole team on my team is just holding it down behind this mountain, and I'm taking up the front lines, just trying to hold them off, and it works out pretty good, I must say. But yeah, pretty much for this base I always use recon. Motion sensors really help out, and I like to come up here and destroy the trees and shit, because it makes it harder for the attackers to get over the hill. And pretty much if you're stuck in this situation, smoke is a must if you're attacking. And I found for this last base actually smoke is very, very useful, and also pushing up the tank, which these guys don't do too good of a job pushing up with their vehicles, but you know, no worries. That's how it goes. And some more story time, I guess, since the rest of the gameplay is pretty standard, just trying to hold these guys down and all that. So I'm gonna talk about some of the jobs that I have, and I haven't had too many jobs, but I've had a decent work experience, I guess. And Yeah, but I'm actually unemployed right now at the moment. Which kind of sucks, because being broke sucks, but what are you going to do? Everyone's unemployed right now. But my first job, actually, I worked at a pizza place called Round Table Pizza. And that was a fun job. I was actually a delivery driver. And I used to just drive around, deliver pizzas, and smoke cigarettes. Pretty much, that's all I did was just drive around. And it was a cool job. I worked with a few people that I knew from high school. And the manager was actually fucking hilarious. He was he was like this redneck guy from the trailer parks who acted hella ghetto, and it was really, really funny. This was when I lived in Sacramento, by the way, too. It was right after I got out of high school. I was like 18, and I worked there for about a year, and it was pretty fun. I used to just drive around delivering pizzas, and just having a good time. It was cool kind of working there at the pizza place. You used to get free pizza all day. I used to sneak pizzas because when I was a driver, pretty much like if I got hungry, I wanted to take a pizza home, just tell them that they didn't give me one of my orders and they just remake it, so I'd get two of the same order. And I didn't do that all that much, but I did it every once in a while. And the manager or the supervisor or whatever, he was like super cool about everything. He didn't really care. He let us make food regardless, and he used to give out free beer and stuff. It was pretty funny. He used to stand out in front of the store and try to pick up on girls, telling them that he got pizza and beer on tap all day. And that was pretty funny, but ended up getting fired from there from some bullshit because someone told me that they were going to do something, and then the main manager got bitched at by the district managers, which got me fired, and it was absolutely not my fault, but no big deal. And you know, it was a whatever job. And after that, I moved back down to San Francisco, and I got a job working construction for this guy in the city, and that was a kind of a weird job, just because everyone who worked for him was a tweaker, and a lot of weird shit happened at that job. And it wasn't very fun. It was actually kind of stressful just because of all the bullshit I had to deal with all these random people. And I didn't really enjoy it too much, and that didn't even last too long. And just ended up stopped going. And then after that, I got a job at a warehouse, and pretty much all I did was deliver fiberglass installation to job sites. And that was a really fun job, actually, because all I did was drive around in, like, U-Haul type trucks and drove around the Bay Area and dropped off fiberglass installation. And it was a real easy job. They make decent money, too. And, you know, it wasn't stressful or anything. It was really easy. And I actually worked for my cousin. He actually owned the company. It's the installation company. And it was a real chill job, you know? Just got to drove around all over the Bay all day, and that's all I did. And listen to some radio and smoke cigarettes. If I got hungry, I'd just go get some food at like Taco Bell or something. And it was pretty cool. I got to learn my way around the Bay Area pretty good. So pretty much now I never get lost anywhere around here, just from the experience that I had from that job. And I didn't work there too long, actually. I only worked there for like 6 months because I got fired again. And pretty much I got fired because they got complaints on me for pretty much what happened was I went to a job site to deliver installation, and it was in this super rich ass neighborhood full of yuppies, and they complained that I looked like a gangbanger, believe it or not, which is pretty fucking funny, but ended up getting fired from that job by my own cousin nonetheless. And but nobody really likes him in the family. He's a big asshole and everyone pretty much hates him. And then after that job, I worked at a muffler shop, and that was a cool job, actually. I worked with my buddy, owns a muffler shop here in Daly City, and I worked with him for quite a while, and actually ended up getting laid off there just because the business is so slow. People don't really want to be putting Flowmasters on their cars no more because they ain't got no money for it. But that was a really cool job. I learned how to weld and just do muffler work and mechanic stuff as well, because I know how to work on cars. Nothing super crazy, but I've had to fix my own cars a few times. Like my Golf, I broke the axle on it 2 or 3 times, and I had to fix that and stuff. But yeah, that was a really fun job working at the muffler shop. It was really cool. And but anyways, guys, that was game, and we ended up winning. And I didn't even really do all that good because of the first 2 bases. Pretty much just got sniped the whole time. But I ended up going 31-13. Not the greatest, but I got the ace pin and all that. So anyways, guys, peace. Have a good one.